Hey guys, welcome to a brand new video for Windrose. Today I'm going to be letting you guys know all the info you will need to know ahead of launch day on April 14th on Tuesday. So without further ado, if you enjoy the video, make sure to like and subscribe for more Windrose content. We're going to be doing a lot of videos over these next few weeks once the game drops. And also, we will be streaming over on Twitch and also multi-streaming with the YouTube channel. So if you guys are looking forward to Windrose and are looking for people to support, hang out with, shout Windrose, we will be playing with our community on the game all week. We are also planning a 24-hour stream, hopefully on Wednesday, when we will be collabing with a red bearded skull, which his link will also be in the description alongside mine. But let's get right into it. So to start off with, the release times is the main thing everyone wants to know about. So the release times, as you see on screen here, for us, I'm from the UK, so for us it will be 9 a.m. in the morning here in the UK. If you're East Coast, it will be 4 a.m. If you're West Coast, it will be 1 a.m. And if you are Central Standard Time, then you will be 3 a.m. And of course, if you're from Berlin, you're an hour ahead. Sweden, all that good stuff. And obviously, if you're in Australia, it will be 6 p.m. So that is the release times. So plan your time off and all that good stuff accordingly, because we won't be playing it straight away because it is 9 in the morning, but we are going to be streaming it as soon as possible during the day. So make sure to stop in and hang out. But we got more information in the Discord server about a few things, starting off with the Windrose pricing. As you see, with the price of the game, someone asked what is the price of the game, and their answer was the base game will be $29.99 USD, and the supporter pack, which will include in-game music, sea shanties, trailer tracks, plus a collection of wallpapers. But that won't be in-game. The in-game music, sea shanties, and trailer tracks, they will not be added into the game, obviously. So don't worry about thinking about you're going to miss out on some shanties in game, because they are not in-game music. They will just be extra things you can use outside of the game. So everyone will have the exact same shanties regardless of version you get. It is just $39.99 for the supporter pack. Not overly needed, but obviously if you're into it, and for someone like me who needs more pictures for thumbnails, probably will end up getting the supporter pack. But yeah, it does not include anything in-game, and it is just a nice way for you to support the game. If you like what they're cooking, prices in other currencies are being worked on, so you will see them on launch day, but they can safely say they will be adjusted and all the good stuff for regional prices and all that good stuff. And then next, what we have is dedicated servers. Someone did ask, will there be dedicated servers? And they did say yes, there'll be dedicated servers included on launch, and will be available to everyone via the Steam free of charge tool that they have in other games like this. So you will be able to host your own servers, have them 24/7. People can join even if you're not on, which we will be having a few servers like that for Windrose. So we will be having a streamer one dedicated to myself and a few of our streamer buds who will be also making videos. So that will be just for us to make videos with ease. And then we are going to have a community one, which you guys can join with us. And I am pretty sure, last we heard, it was going to be about 6 to 8 players per server. They may end up having more because we have looked at some providers already, and some of them do say up to 10 players. But it may be a bit buggy the more players you have, so plan accordingly and all that good stuff. But they're also going to be doing their best to work with popular server providers so that they have all the necessary information by release day, so be able to rent them. Which, as we just said, a few of them already do have some servers there you can buy already and ready to go. But next of all, we have, will there be a launch discount? And they say yes, they are planning to add a little nice launch discount to celebrate the early access release. So if you're planning to pick up the game, launch is the best time to do it, because there will be a launch day discount. So you will be able to get it cheaper than later on. So let's say with 1.0 drops, it may go back from like, so it's going to be, as we said, £40 or £30 dollars, what have you. And then, so it'll probably be a little cheaper on launch day, but then it'll probably go back up to that in about a month or two, or even when 1.0 comes out. We don't know how long this discount will last. But next, someone asked, how does the early access version compare to the demo? And they heard it was 95% bigger. And they replied saying it depends on the type of content. For example, the demo had Ketch as the only playable big ship, while the early access will also include brigs and frigates. So you will have 3 ships during early access. So that's obviously not 95% more ships for sure. But rather than 3 versus 1, on the other hand, the demo only had 3 big islands, or early access has 30 plus, and some smaller on top of that. So in general, the early access version is considered bigger than the demo, to be expected, and includes not just more content, but some systems not present in the demo at all, like factions, reputation. There's a reputation system, there is factions, there's faction quests coming to the game. So that's kind of what they're talking about a little bit there. And obviously they kind of refer to the early access description on Steam, which is what you usually see in any other game. And then they talk about, will my progress from the demo carry over? And no, because it's a completely different build, they're not going to be able to have your demo progress carry over. So if you made some crazy builds, I'm sorry to say, you're going to lose all that unless you play the demo. But the demo will no longer be around once early access drops. So everything you did in the demo will be wiped. You will have to restart. But for me, in my eyes, I feel like that is a bit better, just because the game is going to be a lot different than the demo, because there's lots of feedback from the community during the demo. So the start is going to be a little bit different compared to what we played in the demo. So for me, I think that will be a good thing to restart, and stuff won't carry over. Next, they say, can I claim on my Steam Next Fest reward? So you don't need to claim it. When you play the early access version, the spyglass will be available to you as a base decoration piece when you progress a bit into the game. And they say thank you for the demo, for playing the demo. And as I said a little bit ago, will the demo be available further on? The demo will be sunset with early access release as expected. And then they say, can you pre-order / play early? The game will only be available on launch day, so there'll be no pre-orders, any of that. There will also be no preload. They say, will preload be available? And their answer is no, but the unpackaged client size should be somewhere under 30 gigabytes, which should hopefully be manageable. For us, 30 gig is decent. Good size, good size. And then they also talk about, will mods be supported? And they say, unfortunately, they don't have the resources to support mod support immediately, but they do welcome them. They have created a mod showcase section in the Discord server to help the community kickstart this creative process. So they are hoping to add a mod support in the future, but it's not going to be there on launch day. And then finally, the last question is, how many players can play together? And they answered saying it's 1 to 8 for now, but higher than 4 is not recommended unless you have one beast of a server. Our ships, especially big frigate, are quite performance heavy for now. So when you roll out 4 of them at the same time, it strains the server a lot. Playing out 8 frigates together will probably drag poor server hosted on a regular average PC to a deathbed. If you don't plan to roll out huge ship fleets, or at least not expecting amazing performance or doing so, even 6 to 8 might be somewhat alright. 4 is still the kind of highest I recommend though. So basically, if you want to have a full server, they recommend not using the other 2 ships, just because it's going to be rough if you have like 8 of like frigates or brigates, because they are very performance heavy at the moment, which again, I know there's going to be feedback on launch talking about that. People will probably complain, but they have said it's for now. So hopefully the performance in the future will be a bit better for the frigates and the brigade and whatnot. But that is all the questions that they had in the Discord server. So that is pretty much everything you needed to know before the head of launch day, with the times and all those questions. And feel free to pause and go back through the video if we responded too quickly. and if you need to read it for yourself. But it is shaping up to be a really good survival game. This year we've had so many survival games come out. This year it's actually insane how many survival games there are coming. But Windrose, I think, is definitely the biggest survival game coming out this year, and it's only around the corner. We just got to get through the weekend. So, but again, we will be making loads of content and doing loads of videos on Windrose for the next few months. So make sure to like and subscribe for more Windrose content. You will not want to miss out. We're going to be going heavy during launch. It's going to be a good time. But again, make sure to follow us on Twitch, come by the streams, hang out, or come by the YouTube streams. We will be streaming on YouTube and Twitch. So make sure to stop by, hang out. 5 p.m. UK time is usually when we start. But on Tuesday, we're going to try and start a bit earlier. So we will see when we start. But as always, I love you all. Till next time, we'll see you in the next Windrose video.